Good morning. This is your math sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is 2023 Algebra 1 STAAR exam, and we're going to do problems 45 through 50. So which equation is equivalent to S equals PH plus 2B? Solve for B. So basically we need to solving for B, and I got to tell you, this problem is not that difficult, but if you are not good at solving equations by hand, this might be a struggle and might be one that you don't need to worry about. But for those of you who are good at solving equations, this is easy. And let's give it a try. So the goal is to get B by itself. I rewrote it so I have room. So I want B by itself. Well, that smeared pretty good. But anyway, to do that, I'm going to start off by moving the things farthest away. So I need to move this pH. Well, technically, this is a positive pH, so I need to move it to the other side. So I'm going to make it a minus pH. So this goes away. And this just becomes S minus pH equals 2B. Okay, well, we're still looking to get that B by itself. And since the 2 is right next to it, I need to separate it. If we're separating something, it's dividing stuff up. So we have to divide this to undo this. And now this goes away. And you can see that I end up with S minus pH over 2 equals B. Well, S minus pH, the first one has it. This doesn't. This doesn't. We're already done. Answer choice is A. Not that bad, but if you're not good at solving equations, this might be a struggle. This is one you need to know. The domain and range of the linear function R are given. First off, you have to know that X, so here's our keywords. We have keyword domain and we have a keyword range. Things you need to know. You need to know that the range is the Y and the domain is the X. Got to know that. All right. This is something we just have to know. This is the range, the Y, the domain is the X. So we're talking about the domain. X has to be greater than 5. So I'm going to take a moment real quickly. The fact that we have this symbol tells me I'm going to have a hollow. Okay. On the other hand, had I had either one of these, it would have been a solid. But when we're working with this, we have to have hollows. So if I have anything with a solid, it doesn't work. Well, in this case, I don't have any solids, so not an issue at all. They're all going to be hollow. So it's like, okay, that didn't help. But X is greater than 5. Well, that means I need to go to the X axis at 5 and draw a vertical line. And it turns out every single one of these hits 5. But that symbol is greater than. So since it has to be greater than 5, this is not greater than 5. This has less than 5. So it can't be A. When I look at this one, at C, it's also less than 5. So it can't be this one. So this is gone because this is less than. On this one, it's negative, but it's definitely greater than 5, so that works. And this is also greater than 5 because we have arrows to infinity. And I'm going to try to zoom out just a little bit further so we can see a little bit more. So it could be either B or D based on the X. Well, we've done the domain, so we can check that off. Now, this is Y is less than 2. Okay, so I need to go to the Y-axis, and I'm going to do it for all of them. And I need to draw a horizontal line at 2 because Y equals are always horizontals. And all of them have 2. So that didn't help a whole lot except we eliminated this. Now this is less than. Well, when I look at this, do I have any values greater than? No, they're all less than. So this is looking pretty good. We're kind of liking B. And when I look at this, does it have values less than 2? No, the values are greater than 2. Matter of fact, it goes to infinity. So our best answer choice for 46 is B. Moving on to 47. A function is, by the way, this is a typo, may show up wrong on yours. A function is shown. This is the function. G of x equals 6 parentheses 2x plus 7. Now this can be written as y equals 6 parentheses 2x plus 7. It can be written like that. And they say, what is the value of, and this is what's missing for some of your papers, g of 20. Well, g of 20, that used to line up with g of x. Oh, that tells me that this x here is 20. And all I need to do is go back to this equation and plug in 20. So y equals 6 parentheses 2, and always plug in using parentheses. So 6, and all I did is for the x, wherever I had an x, I just plugged in a 20. Okay, I'm going to do this on Desmos, just because I have it up. And we have y equals 6 parentheses 2 parentheses 20, and then plus 7, and then close those parentheses. And we end up getting 282, and the lights went out. Of course they did. So 282. So we know our answer is going to have to equal 282. So y equals 282. I've written that down. So in this way, we can say g of x equals 282. And that's wrong. Best answer choice is B for number 47. The graph of a linear function is shown on the grid. What are the x-intercepts and y-intercepts of the line? So we're looking for the x-intercept, and we'll do that first. So if we're looking for the x-intercept, we're just going to draw a line on the x-axis. Well, there it is. There's my line. Where does it cross the x-axis? Well, it crosses the x-axis at -2. So I need my x value to be, my x-intercept is going to be -2, 0. So let's look for that. 8, 0. Nope. -2, 0. Yeah, that's good. At -2, 0. Nope. So we're down to only B and C. The next thing it looks for is the y-intercept. So in this case, I have to draw a line right through the y-axis. And when I do that, because this is where it hits the y-axis, it hits it at +7, 0. So my y-intercept is +7, 0. And maybe I have another typo here, I hope. Oh, you know what? I misread that. That's not 7, 0, that's 0, 8. There we go. So this is it. All right, and I wrote that wrong. I should have written it as 0, 8. Make sure you always have your X and Y. It's always in order of X and Y. And it really helps if you actually take the moment to label them so you don't switch them up like I just did. Because I almost missed an easy problem. So 0, 8, well, the one that has the y-intercept at 0, 8 is C. So the answer choice to this one is C. Once again, please label your X and Y's. You don't want to miss an easy problem. We want to pass the STAAR test the first time, and it's so easy to make careless errors like I was about to do. Okay, the graph of a quadratic function is shown. Which two represent the zeros of the function? So, first off, they say quadratic. That's important. Okay? And then they say zeros. Okay? So we have zeros. When they ask for the zeros, they're asking for the roots, or they could have asked for the x-intercepts, or they could have asked for the solutions. And I think one of the key things is the word x-intercept. Where does it cross the x-axis? So I draw a line on the x-axis because they all mean the same thing, which is right here. So in this case, I have -1, 0, x and y, and I have 3, 0, x and y. Now, It says select two correct answers. So we're looking for x is -1 and x is 3. X is -1 and then x is 3. So this one, the answer choices are C and D. For 49, we're looking at C and D. And then we're looking for a table. As soon as I see a table, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to input some data. So a construction word build steps up to home. The table shows the linear relationship. That's important because that tells me whether I'm going to use a quadratic, linear, or exponential. In this case, it's a linear. And if it's linear, we need to think about y equals mx plus b, m being my slope or my rate. This is my y-intercept. Okay, what is the rate of change? Oh, well, there we go. They're asking for the slope. So in this case, we know we're looking for b. So that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down, y equals mx plus b. And we're going to go ahead and highlight m because we know that that's what we're looking for. So I need to find these. Now I got to tell you, Desmos does not do a good job giving us fractions. It usually gives us decimals. So we may have to come back and do some adjustments. We'll have to see. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that just in case they give us decimal answer. Well, 14 is not a decimal, so we don't have to worry about it, but 1/7 is, so 1 divided by 7, and we get 0.14. So that could be 0.1428. And then we also have 1/14. So 1 divided by 1/4, just in case our slope ends up being a decimal. So 0.0714. All right. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take this table and I'm going to enter it directly into Desmos. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to press the plus button, table, and we have 3, enter, 5, enter, 7, enter, 9, enter, 11, enter. And then over here, 21, enter, 35, enter, 49, enter, 63, enter, and 77. All right, now that I have the table entered, I need to check it. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That matches 21, 35, 49, 63, and 77. Always take that moment. Then press the domino where it says add regression. And it should say linear regression. And we can click on this equation and we get y equals 7x plus 0. I'm going to go ahead and write that on my paper. It's kind of nice. We didn't have a decimal, so it's not a problem with the decimals. So we can stop or share. We have y equals 7x plus 0, and 7 lines up with the m. So our y-intercept that they'd ask is 0, but they asked for the slope because they asked for the word rate, and our answer in that case is 7. So for number 50, our answer is C. Sure appreciate you watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one, and good luck studying. Thank you.